Hey guys, sorry we lost track here. I'm just looking at some of the beautiful artwork here at the courthouse. Gotta catch them all. Some nice old pictures located here. So what's going on, folks, is that just taking some video of some beautiful photographs here in this community building. Now it may be that at another entrance, some other Pikachu is going to be entering. That's Golden Jubilee. These are beautiful. Beautiful photographs. That's Lutheran Hospital. The original Fruitdale School. That's a nice class picture from 1926. This is the fire department truck in 1930. And here is the Wheat Ridge Carnation Festival photograph from 1971. And these are photographs provided due to the courtesy of the Wheat Ridge Historical Section. This is the clerk's office. We welcome. Now what's interesting to me is that the station is not manned. Here's today's daily docket. Listen with me.
Okay, sorry. Well, we were no, don't be sorry. I didn't.
You can hear, but you can't see. Look at this beautiful artwork here. Yeah. If you're here for court, enter the security through your right. This is the municipal court, subject to search. Accurate, helpful information. This was a big docket today in Wheat Ridge. They had 5 pre-trial conferences, two, 3 hearings, 4 arraignments. There was a revocation of, good morning, revocation of probation there for Elliot Stedman, it looks like. And some other hearings going on. That was a clerk's employee who made no qualms or noise. Ooh, this is the cold case homicide and missing persons, 4th edition. The Joker is the Colorado Bureau of Investigation. We have you, John Lee. He's a 29-year-old Asian male from 97. On a deck of cards. I know. Well, this is why we audit, right? Madeline Levudius, 33-year-old white female. Lori Lehman. Sherry Tree, Joe Diaz. Yeah, look at this. This is unsolved homicides, missing persons. I wonder if they actually make this as a deck of cards that you can play, because that would be really creepy. Hi, window licker. Let's talk about Melvin Smith. I can read Melvin Smith's unsolved homicide. On 10/27/1987 at approximately 7:10 p.m., Melvin Smith, an evangelist preacher from St. Louis, Missouri, exited the south side of the Holiday Inn, located at 15500 East 40th Avenue. Mr. Smith was loading items into his vehicle when he was shot in the back with a high-powered rifle. Several hotel employees were nearby at the time of the shooting. Witnesses saw no vehicles or movement in the parking lot, but heard the gunshot. That is Melvin Smith, a preacher who was killed in this area. You guys have to see this. Eric's response to this is going to be priceless. This is a deck of cards with the unsolved homicides.
Yeah, you can order these on the commissary.
And you can get them as a deck of cards to play?
You can order them on the commissary. Yeah.
To play with.
Jail. Yeah. That's right.
He's just all like factual guys, and you're all like, that's creepy, that's weird. He's like, no, it's how we play cards in jail.
Yeah.
Daniel Terrones.
Well, no,
Wow.
They sell like regular bicycle cards too, but like I didn't see these in the Adams County Jail, but in Denver Jail you can buy these
Cold case cards.
cold case cards. Oops.
I wonder if we can get
Buy
them
these, yeah.
by not being in the jail, because we want to see that for real.
Well, look, it says www.colorado.gov/cold case. I wonder if we can get these from that link. Maybe somebody can let us know.
We probably could.
Yeah.
And it's really just like, yeah, there's James Alderton. And if this is the 4th edition, are all the people changed on each deck of cards?
Well,
So
we
every
probably have to advance them in age, huh? So, hey, you guys want to meet Sergeant Jim Klaus?
yeah, let's do
You guys
that.
heard about Sergeant Jim Klaus while I was in jail, right?
Um,
It's his brother. Like, for real, it's his brother.
Oh, that's what he said, huh?
Yeah,
Oh, wow. Okay. So we were just talking to us.
yeah. Remember Sergeant Jim Klaus? You guys may have even called and spoken with him. He was very helpful, right?
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
the one that personally tried to take care of the Durkee incident.
yes.
It turned out, yeah, he came to say, I have to tell you, I didn't follow through with what I said I was gonna do, and the reason is this. So he did put his legitimate effort into that, so thank you, brother, for that.
I will, yeah, from all of us. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Did you guys,
Good morning.
I'm gonna go check out the lobby, I haven't been there in a while.
Okay. And we haven't looked at all of this beautiful display cases of historical art here. The patrol uniform from the 1980s. You know, I actually have one of these old hats, or used to have one of these hats right here. These were Union made in the United States until after Sam Walton destroyed the Union textile factory in the United States. These hats, which were worn by police officers throughout the United States, were Union made, actually. And just so you know, that's a replica gun, because they wouldn't put a real gun in the
Chief Brennan?
case.
I wonder who this Chief Brennan is. Do you have any idea who this guy is?
Kill the child or let the convict go.
There's a variety of badges and these coins, which are quite famous in the
Is that his dad?
service industry, is the class coins and the military coins. There's a whole collection thing of them.
800?
Hi, Malcolm. If you're online and you just sent me a friend request, we're not answering that immediately. But no, when the sergeant comes to show Eric something interesting, we all probably want to see it.
No way. That picture's like from 1952.
No, it's just in black and white.
So yeah, guys, we are doing an audit here in the, and we went over these other. These pictures are provided by the Historical Society in the other room. This one here, Acting Chief Jack Bramble, first Wheat Ridge police car that they got in 1969. So it was a good year for Wheat Ridge. They got their first car. This is the police officers at the First City Hall. There they have multiple cars by now. 1960 City Hall. There they have multiple cars by now. 1969.
Video cameras with guns.
Here is the first Wheat Ridge Police Department Academy. The 8 patrolmen, 3rd class recruiters for Wheat Ridge Police Department have finished training at the Jefferson County Sheriff's Department and start with Wheat Ridge Force today. Isn't that interesting? Sheriff's Department and start with Wheat Ridge Force today. Isn't that interesting? That was 1970. Here is Pat Hopper, Chief Ed Pinson, Lieutenant Ernie Canfield. That's the 2nd City Hall, which looks like the Church of God. Interesting. Their City Hall was the Church of God. These officers shot and survived on September 6, 1973. Gallowich and Reich. The Wheat Ridge police vehicles as of 1974. Well, in 5 years, their fleet grew 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus a van for animal control and a motorcycle, those famous Harleys. So that's 5 years difference. And here these folks are doing an equipment inspection with their handguns there. Kind of weird because you can see the deck of cards in the back of my screen. I don't know if that's showing up on yours, but it definitely shows up on mine. And that's in 1984, that equipment inspection. So here's when they got their first honor guard. And there's a flag. First honor guard. And there's a flag that was aboard. It spent 4.3 hours aboard a Army King Air 3000 in combat intelligence gathering over Afghanistan in 2013. So this is something they do, and you guys may or may not know about this, but they'll put a bunch of U.S. flags in airplanes as they're doing military. Oh yeah, Malcolm, I got your friend request. They will. Hey, James Jacobson. They'll fly these flags. This is Operation Enduring Freedom over Afghanistan, and they'll fly hundreds of flags over the skies of war-torn countries as we're tearing them apart during war. And then they'll send those around the country so that those flags are being made available to local offices like this municipal building. Some of those coins that we were talking about, these are not necessarily coins, but the plaques and veterans who have served and died from Wheat Ridge, which is served and died from Wheat Ridge, which is maybe this is actually their service time because it's not a death time. You wouldn't die after 17 years old. Postponed until the 14th. Hey, where is that, Mr. Jacobson? Because we could maybe arrange a work crew to go do that. Oh, is that Pikes Peak Auditors? It is, ladies and gentlemen. It's the real auditor at Pikes Peak Auditors. And when you're out auditing, you should always have a water bottle with you. So that's fun. We have a water bottle and a water bottle refill station. Now, one of the beautiful things about a water bottle refill station is that you get your water refilled anytime you need. So we're gonna go catch up with Eric Brandt in a second, but I needed some water, and I practice what I preach, so I want to teach you all about that. Just a quick minute to refill your water bottle. And have clean, refreshing water to drink. So, I hear the voice of I hear Eric Brandt. We don't see Eric Brandt. So what's going on? Oh, there he is. There he is. Loud noises happen when your carabiner hits the side of the water fountain. Well, oh, you're gonna beaner my carrot? What?
Hey, what do you guys call a woman in between two men?
Sharing.
Sharon.
That's it. Sorry. It's an old joke today. So Eric, if you see where the curtain is drawn down, you can actually hear people talking over there.
Okay.
Yeah.
What were they saying?
I don't know. I was letting my audience listen, but I wasn't doing a good job. And that was a couple minutes ago. They may have moved. Let's see. Are there doors in the bathrooms? It's a good question. Does Wheat Ridge treat its people well? Yes. There are doors on these bathrooms. Now, in the Denver situation, what we have are doors that are cut off. So like here, from like here to here, see this, right where the handle's at? They go on an angle on the top so they can reach in. So this is a nice clean bathroom. It smells really good. Hello, everybody. I got a haircut today, like 8 inches off. Kind of scary. Here's the x-ray machine.
I've been arrested for this chair before.
You were what?
I've been arrested from this chair before.
Really? Why were you arrested from that chair?
They didn't like my fuck cop shirt.
Oh.
I've got video. I'll share it.
Metal straws in the mail. Yeah, I'm about to start selling stainless steel straws, Malcolm. It's a cam bag. No, it's not even a camera. It's a battery. Psst, I left the camera over by the window. Oh, nice. I don't know what window it is, but he's pretending. So this is what happens when you dox Eric Brandt. Is that
Somebody here to take the camera?
Oh, did I forget my camera? Oh, yeah, I was looking for that. I found my battery. Thanks, man.
You're welcome.
I heard that your marshal said you were gone. Both of them, huh?
No, I'm still here.
Oh, well, the one guy just ran into him in front of the courthouse. What was his name?
Which one? There's a lot of
The
them.
younger one. And then the older guy, he said he's not here anymore. I really liked him.
Oh, yeah, he's moved on.
Okay. Judge Randall's still here?
Yes, he is.
We like Judge Randall. Don't like Judge Randall. No?
Yeah?
Yeah, I like Judge Randall. Thank you. I was looking everywhere for that. I thought I had it in my pocket.
Every day.
too?
Thank you.
He's got 2 guns on him, folks. That's a lot of weaponry. He can shoot with his left and his right hand.
Yeah,
So-
I'm pretty much limited to my right hand as far as shooting goes.
So here's an interesting question. If I have court in Wheat Ridge, and it says that here's what will be seized: firearms, drugs, knives,
Drugs?
scissors, sharp tools, explosives, gases, mace, pepper spray, OC spray, handcuffs, or handcuff keys.
Martial arts weapons. Here's a martial art weapon. Shoot old chop.
Or other items determined to be a security risk or
Hey, Joey.
dangerous.
What's
So,
up, Gabby?
that's right, Eric Brandt has said that your hands will be taken from you when you enter the courthouse, because that is a martial arts
I
weapon.
know, I find it hysterical. You go to the VA hospital and there's big signs everywhere that says absolutely no weapons of any kind allowed in this building. We're veterans. Hello, big red truck. What about drugs?
So that's a good question, and I wonder if there's
What
somebody
about,
that
what about EpiPens?
we could talk to about that.
Maybe.
The marshal was just there. He went that way.
He was.
Do you think that would be the person to
That
ask?
might be the person to ask. I'm not sure. I don't see anybody in here wanting to interface with us.
Well, there's a person at the administrative service clerk.
Well, let's ask that.
Oh, that
Yes.
guy is super nice.
Is he?
Yeah. he
Okay,
nice.
wait. I heard a door over here. Not the same marshal that I was looking for.
That was the guy.
Hey, we had a question.
You sure?
That wasn't the question.
Okay.
Well, are you a public official? Do you work in this public building?
Identify yourself, Billy.
I need your name. Oh, yeah, because he's super nice. He'll give you all.
Deputy City Clerk, you might know the answer to this question. Good luck. Well, I'm hoping that we might be able to find this question. So I was reading your sign for what's admitted and not admitted into the courtroom.
Well, I don't need it in court.
Uh-huh. So, well, you're the city clerk, so obviously not the court clerk. Where might we find that person? I'm curious about their definition of drugs and what's allowed into that. area?
There's the window over there.
Over there.
Oh,
Okay.
Before you go to the double doors, the window on the right-hand side, and ring the bell for
Oh,
service.
perfect. I will do that.
Do
Yes.
you think that, like, what if somebody had their albuterol sulfate
Oh,
inhaler, right, or their ipratropium bromide, maybe even their birth control? One could always use birth
Adderall?
control in a courthouse because you never know when you're going to get fucked, right?
okay.
Thanks.
That's all I got. for you guys.
Thanks, guys.
You bet.
There's some good. Thanks, Carol. We appreciate that. That was some great laughter. It just came out of nowhere. That was beautiful. I mean, and really, this woman's face could have looked like that, but she was just laughing her off.
I'm live right now.
No, that's not. 3 days ago.
2419.
Everybody sitting here when you got here?
No, but there were some 3 people sitting here. But look at this. There's donuts.
I don't have a donut.
Wait a second.
Are we allowed to eat these?
I have no idea what it's from.
I don't either. Well, it's always easier to beg for forgiveness than to ask for permission. Here we go. Ooh, yummy. I don't want to forget my not phone.
What would you be? Frank the Tank has a question. And Frank has a question that says, what would you be doing with your life if you weren't approaching important people with real jobs and asking them questions? Wait, don't cover that up. I didn't get one yet.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm going to have 2 babies.
Asinine question to me.
So, yeah, it is kind of an interesting, asinine question.
What makes you think that we don't have a plan? We're not doing stuff other than filming
Well,
these
yeah,
folks.
exactly.
You know, and who are you to ask us and try to find out our daily life? I don't go interrupting your life and asking you what you're doing.
Well, he's
all day long.
Frank the Tank.
Their daily life, right? This is their work life. This isn't their daily life.
Yes.
And they work for us, so we get to ask them questions, right?
I don't know,
What's the
Pikachu.
purpose- What's the purpose in your teacher handing out an exam and having you fill in little bubbles?
I don't know, and I'm really concerned because he says we need real lives. So you must be fake. Let me see. Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're real there, Eric.
Yeah, here. Oh, good God, wrong camera angle.
Oh my gosh. So let's go ask that question.
I need to know.
And we need to know.
I have a card. You have a card. We need to know. Mm-hmm. Straight up. And this is an issue that Ryan Roman has been attacking in Denver. If you've seen that.
So-
he's made
Attacking or addressing?
Addressing. I've been addressing it.
He's addressing it, but
And so I'm going to address this question because it might have to come and do court care for somebody. Hi.
Hello.
Sorry, I was eating a donut. I was wondering if you'd help me out. We have a question. We were reading your sign over there that said about prohibited items into the courtroom. And while I understand that, Marshall,
I'm gonna get a supervisor real quick.
Oh, sure.
oh, sure. Wow.
well,
That was
nice.
beautiful.
We didn't have to ask for the supervisor.
No. So we're not going to tell them what the question is, but we might need to come to support because look, somebody had there are some pretrial conferences going on,
Crashing on me.
and there's a there's a supervisor back. Yes, ma'am. So I was over here reading this this document over here on the wall that says that there's some prohibited items. I can absolutely understand why you wouldn't want martial arts items to come into the courthouse.
Martial arts weapons, I might, they're not, you
Right.
chop.
Judo chop. Yes, but
know that from,
what do you classify as
$1,000.
drugs?
Drugs?
It
Yes.
says no drugs.
So I was wondering maybe you had some kind of clarifying document or a policy that we might.
Check and see.
I'd be really appreciative of that.
Because we'd be quite concerned about, you know, what if I had to take in my albuterol sulfate inhaler?
No, I
Right,
understand.
yeah.
And you guys can have a seat and I can find out.
Oh,
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Very, very wonderful. Very nice and helpful.
Oh, that donut was delicious.
It was a good donut. Yummy, yummy, yummy.
Thanks for everyone for watching the Eat stream.
Right?
Well,
It was a farm community once before, wasn't it?
yeah, well, every place on earth that we've moved to was a farm community until we paved it over, right?
No, not necessarily true. Some of it was wetlands. Others of it was natural forests and plains and
Farm
deserts.
frogs, right? Yeah, farm the frogs out of the wetlands, because everybody loves frog legs.
We'd also dig the oil out from underneath there.
You can't forget about.
Whose panties were riding up a crack? I don't think anybody's got panties on today.
Let me check. Oh,
Oh, I just pulled them out.
Oh, it must be Frank's. It must be Frank's. Oh, you got a big belly, big belly there. They're talking about Big Bird on my channel, but it's not Big Bird. It's Pikachu. You guys, get it straight.
Big bird.
See, Pikachu. I choose you. He's got the electric tail.
is that what it is? It's supposed to be electric?
Well, yeah, we're gonna have to show you what Pikachu really does in cartoons so that
What?
you can.
Boomer, Eric just got out of jail. Oh, yeah, I did get out of jail. I thought you said Boomer just got out of jail. I almost like.
No, she's been moderating for us way too long.
How could she have done that? She was just moderating this morning.
So, this is interesting. To better serve you, we welcome comments from our customers. No payments accepted within this box, as we need to provide you with the receipt.
Look, guys, he cut his hair.
I did. It's 8 inches off of my hair.
8 inches? I'm so sure that's not 8 inches.
No, she took like this much off.
Oh, okay, that's 8 inches.
Yeah.
Sorry, I guess I had the wrong 8 inches.
Sorry, Eric. The things you tell yourself might not be what everybody else knows.
So, someone is sitting here telling me they feel unfaithful.
Why? Because we're on 3 different streams at once?
I can't watch all 3 at once.
Well, if you're really one of those...
This is like a fuck copsing and auditing orgy then.
I don't know. James is in here.
Is James Freeman?
No, but you can't have an orgy without James Freeman.
You can't actually. I've had a lot of orgies before I met James Freeman.
Oh, okay.
I won't tell you about any James Freeman orgies.
No?
No, I won't.
Well, you know, he is of the Mormon faith.
Well, he's a public figure. I don't want to damage his pristine reputation.
By all means, let's not do that. So fee for NSF checks are $26 per item.
Okay, well, so, wait, how did
Oh, is that right? Ryan's stream is the most stable. It's because he's holding it a certain way.
Yeah, his stability is always dependent on how he's holding it.
Well, it is also maybe part due to the fact that I have this bionic piece in my arm. Of course, those of you who
bionic
don't
pieces
know,
in your
yeah,
arm?
I have bionic pieces in my arm. This is, there's a scar here. That scar is
that
the
scar,
carbon
guys?
fiber plate that had to be put into my wrist because I shattered it like a glass jar.
Is that anything like the carbon fiber plate they had to put in my head?
Maybe, yeah. See that scar right there? That's
Watch,
from
I got
the
a
carbon fiber.
plate. You know that if they had a carbon fiber plate, it doesn't beep.
It doesn't beep. So he's gonna go. Eric's putting his head in. Always fun afternoon when Eric's putting his head into the metal detector and nothing goes off.
We're not ready to make you much on
Does it mean that there's nothing in there?
I think it does, but there's nothing in there.
Okay.
I tried. Let's see, so I've got, I guess you can push this button that just shows super chat, right?
Oh yes. The top chat, the highest level of things. Have a wonderful afternoon. Enjoy your lunch.
350.
She had a really nice little cute lunch bag there.
Brian, why are you recognizing your clutches? I mean, for real.
Cause one's a purse and one's a lunch bag.
I wouldn't know
It's
that.
insulated.
Oh, did you see them?
Yes.
Yeah, it's an insulated bag for food, so that's how I can tell.
Harry looks like a walking banana.
Quiet.
What's happening?
I'm trying to work. Be quiet.
Oh, okay, well, don't let us bother you.
Whoa.
I can't think of what I'm doing. You're
Well,
being
it's called
loud.
free
Oh,
speech.
just take the live stream off. You don't have to play it.
I'm not doing that.
Oh.
I'm trying to work.
And we're asking questions and we're waiting on an answer.
Sorry, this was the public lobby.
No, I didn't talk to you earlier.
No, we're talking to the court clerk over here, waiting on,
If you have to have a loud conversation, go outside.
it's echoing in here, ma'am. It's
I know,
echoing.
I know.
That's not our fault. It's the
Not mine
building.
either.
Okay, so why are you yelling at us?
I want you to be quiet.
Well, I'm not gonna be quiet. I don't know about these two.
I think that you should hashtag just obey.
No.
Just obey.
Just obey.
Just obey.
Don't you know how to be polite and follow the laws?
Together.
Just obey. She thinks we should leave, obviously. Oh. I told you I could hear noises. I didn't realize the public lobby was somebody's desk space.
Well, I thought that they had like walls and doors and windows and stuff.
Well, you see, this is This is actually a customer service port that has been converted into somebody's office. Remember
Customer
that?
service?
You remember in the office when that person got like moved to the basement? It's like my basement, my room, and the office, and they put the boxes in with my stapler. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Everyone kept taking a stapler.
Right. Well, it feels like this customer service area isn't supposed to be a customer service area because somebody's working
You
here.
would think with all this carpet and chairs and padding, that it would like absorb the sound, right?
Yeah. I mean, there's at least
That's the
some.
courtroom right there. So, you know, this is the exit for the courtroom.
Yes.
I wonder if we can see anything in the reflection.
James says that we don't take a hit. James isn't actually suggesting that we're annoying. I don't think.
James to pass or?
Well, it's James Jacobson says, well, Frank, sometimes unwanted people.
Oh, shout out, James.
Yes, actually, we are customers. James Jacobson, I appreciate that very much. So, those of you guys just tuning in, we are here at the Wheat Ridge Municipal Clerk's office, and the supervisor is looking for the policy documents on what is and is not allowed in the courtroom. Because you know me, my role in the world is to make sure that marijuana can be consumed or carried with. And so when you see something on the sign that says that drugs will be seized, what you want to know is what are drugs and how will they be seized? Oh, that's great. So we're not at council chambers, and this is interesting because the courtroom and the council chambers means that you have to go to the medical, the screening. So what we've got here, is we've got the municipal court saying that you have to empty pockets into the bins for the court, and this is the security section. And we don't know if City Hall makes people go through this section. And here's our friend, the supervisor.
Oh, is she here?
She's back to help us out.
Oh, thank you. Guys, be nice to.
Isn't she so beautiful? She looks
I don't have any documentation.
Great on camera.
Illegal drugs.
so illegal drugs.
So like you mentioned albuterol.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, of course you'd be able to take that in.
Okay.
What about,
What about my
prescription
cannabis?
Don't think so.
Okay.
It's something that would have to be cleared through the judge.
So that's kind of why I'm here.
Yeah, we wanted to
is
clear that up.
I want to make sure that that's clear because I do court support in different communities, and if when we need to come here for court support, I take the bus. I'm a mass transit rider, and I carry my prescription cannabis with me at all times.
Yeah.
It would have to be cleared through the judge.
So how do we go about that process to verify or get involved with that before
Asking.
there's like an incident where I show up with my cannabis and I have to eat it in front of security guards?
You've never had to do that, right?
I have never eaten cannabis in
never
front of
done that
security
anywhere
guards.
except the Denver courthouse. Yeah, yeah.
That would probably be something. Up to the judge.
You mean a license to prove that I have it?
A car.
No.
That's what he's saying, yeah.
That's that's specifically why I'm asking and evaluating the policy.
Are you a defendant in the court? Are you here?
Well, if I was either here as a defendant, as a prosecutor, as a witness,
I'm just,
or as a member of the general public observing court activities, all of those are legal businesses to be in a courtroom. So if I'm coming here by bus, mass transit,
okay, and that was my question, thank you.
and no, I'm absolutely lying it out.
Have that with you.
Yes, as a matter of fact, I have an ounce or so on me now.
With, and you do have some kind of documentation that you
Yes.
would.
Yes,
Okay,
Yes.
I will check with them.
thank you,
Thank you.
Go.
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Have a seat.
Thanks. Yeah, well, we're hanging out. She doesn't want us to have a seat because when we have a seat,
we had a
we're
seat.
too loud for her.
Yeah.
Well, they're
Oh,
And we want to make sure that they can do birth control too.
hey, you got another one up here too. Just another help.
Yeah, but you want to battle with us because we got all kinds of secret powers.
Secret powers. Yeah, we have a lot of secret powers too. We're able to pull out the idiots anytime we look, just by having a camera in our hands.
Find me out.
We found them roundabout right here, as a matter of fact, didn't we?
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
We
we
did.
have
That
a
woman right there in the corner.
I want to check back the finger.
So yes, guys.
Wheat Ridge actually does not have a public defender, they do provide state-paid, city-paid private counsel for defendants. That's how they do that.
So isn't there, I thought there was like a statewide public defender program that municipalities could utilize. Why do they do it differently here?
Well, no, it's not different. It's, they don't have a public defender here for the municipal system. Right? The state public defender's office works for, in district and county courts.
But not in municipal courts.
Right. So like, for example, the Flesh law firm, Kevin Flesh, they provide public defender services to a number of municipalities. And they do that on a regular basis. The Sawaya law firm used to do some, I don't know if they do now. And it's my experience that Wheat Ridge has a handful of local attorneys that they employ. And I believe that they pay them the same rates that the state Supreme Court sets forth in Chief Justice Directive 0404.
Look at how much you just learned just watching and listening. And it's funny, how many watches you got?
Richter wants.
How many do you have?
Find Guzman, 146.
Yeah, I'm at 21. I'm the least of all.
Okay, bye, guys.
No, it's all good.
You guys have to go to Pikes Peak Auditors and Brian Loma.
You really don't have to. It's okay.
Yeah, we do. I'm gonna
Secret
talk
powers, dressing and acting like fools. See, Frank the Tank, no.
appreciate all
That
that.
cute lady is in snow boots because it's winter out, right? And she's with people. He's just a fool. You know, if there's a mod, you're welcome to get rid of him. I'm okay with that. Eric likes to keep the trolls, though. He likes to highlight the trolls and their trollish behaviors. I'm about to eat a second donut. Look at this. We can do a waste management audit. There's a plastic, a cans, and a paper. Oh, I was told to sit out here. Okay.
Copy of your card.
Oh, no, it's on my phone. So what I'm actually here to do is evaluate your established policy. And if you don't have one, to engage in that polite conversation so that's modified. Because, you know,
So you don't have a card with
I
you?
do, but you see, it's on my phone right now, and since I'm live streaming and I'm not trying to go in the courthouse at this moment, because I would actually I recognize I probably have to
Well,
shut
I
my
will
camera
need
off.
that. So
Okay.
when you're ready to go in, and I'll get a.
So
copy
for
of your
anybody
card.
coming to court today or at any other point, it would be the clerk's,
The judge would make a decision on that, and based on.
Based on the individual's-
If you have a card, we will take that card, we will show it to the judge so we can get your permission to allow that in.
okay. So the judge is establishing that any individual on an individual basis would have to show that, not that there's established policy.
Well, basically, our policy is no drugs in the courtroom, but
What
you
about
are,
birth
you are in a
control?
unique situation that we have to address. And
I'm
we
not
have
so
to
sure
make
that
the
it's that
difference.
unique in Colorado.
No, and actually,
What about, do you?
actually, because there's a lot of things that can be distracting. It's not a unique situation, and the reason that I'm auditing to ask what your policy is and to see how it's being developed is that the Constitution of the state of Colorado allows for every citizen to carry that prescription medicine. So instead of saying based on the person who shows up,
That's not that's not what it's based on. If you have a legal right to have that, and you have
Right.
you told me you had.
right, and I do. But the reason I'm asking
You don't have
that,
the capability of, you carry it with you.
I would shut my phone off in order to show it.
Take care
For
of it.
sake of, this is my card. They're printed on paper.
But you don't have to.
Yeah, no, he does.
It's right
He's handing
here.
it to you.
It's right here. This is my card.
Okay.
You print them out online, look at it, it's got my
Okay.
name on it.
So she's asking for a license. There you go. There's a license.
When you're ready to come in, we'll take care of this. I need to get back into the office.
I understand. Okay, I understand that. So what we're asking though is your policy. Do you have a copy of it?
I apologize, I do not have a policy to give you about medical marijuana.
No, actually about the materials and goods allowed into a courtroom. Because you have a document printed and it's not an ISO 9001 document. It's just something that's been printed up on a typewriter. But it's being presented as the policy. So we're looking for an official copy of that policy.
I don't.
So you don't have one?
Yep.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. So Wheat Ridge does not have a policy.
When you're ready to come in.
Okay, thank you. Is there a court at what, 1:30?
1 o'clock.
1 o'clock?
It's 12:42.
So here's a couple questions that I have, and remember, cannabis is not my charge, it's not my,
No, it is my charge.
yeah, exactly. So I'm gonna defer all of the, Robert Chase questions to you. But,
Thanks, guys.
don't worry, he'll punch me later.
No, it's already going up into my issues. It's on my list of things to do.
No, but,
So she didn't take your license. Well, why don't you go give it to her?
well, it's interesting. But here's the question, if the Colorado Constitution has decriminalized marijuana, am I allowed to take a cigarette lighter in there with me? Am I allowed to take a cigarette in there with me?
You are.
What about a cup of coffee? What about a coffee bean?
No, they could actually say no food or drinks in the courtroom, and that would be an acceptable court order based on the judge. And you see, so what we've established here is some very.
What about like a coffee bean? Right?
Why?
Because it has caffeine in it.
Oh, and it's a drug.
That's a drug, right?
Right. But I don't think that they're considered, it's food. So they're not regulating that as a food
It
item.
doesn't appear that they're regulating that here.
No, and so
if food
we've,
is not being regulated here, then could I take in some chocolate covered coffee beans?
you could.
And, you know, so what, we come back again to this question, this is an arbitrary policy that is enforced on a case-by-case basis, but marijuana is not a prohibited substance in the state of Colorado.
Right.
So if the court is going to allow things which are constitutionally permissible, except for marijuana, then are we now having a viewpoint restriction?
This is why we are here to audit and engage in the question. Yeah, it's amazing. You haven't said happy fuck the cops day once since you've been in this building. Oh, you have? Oh, I didn't hear you. Okay.
Twice I have. I am a little impressed with the reaction this time, because remember the last time I came here with Rocco, and I'll get you guys some video of that. Regan Benson's been stuck in snow and shit, so I don't have my disc drives yet, but I actually have the recordings, and you can, as they came into the building, right, they panicked. He pressed the panic button. There's a panic button underneath that desk.
How's it going?
Let's go see if we can see it. And she grabbed her name tag and shut down her computer, and they all locked themselves in that room. Right? But it's in there because she pressed it. And it's in the report. I actually pulled the reports. All right. So we know that there's a panic button in there.
Well, you can't trespass my eyes. Ah, that didn't work out so well. So, I'm gonna go ask this gentleman another question real quick, because I have another question based on what we answered for the courtroom. We want to know if people are going through metal detectors to go into city council meetings. I want to know if people are going through metal detectors to get into city council meetings. So we're gonna find that out. We come up with another question for you, sir. Do people go through the metal detector to go into city council meetings? Is that like an active search process to get in there?
They do not, because the council meetings start at 6:30 and 7 o'clock respectively, so court's already out by then. So they open up that table and shut off the metal detector.
Okay, so it's not utilized.
Not utilized.
And that's what I was asking, because of the security measure and the sign that's there, which prohibits certain items or may or may not allow things into the room. And because it's like one way is city council and the other way is the courtroom, we wanted just curious how that applied, so.
Yeah, for polling, we use that as our polling places, and a lot of our planning meetings and stuff like that. Same with that, you know, the court's not on, so neither is the metal detector during those times.
Perfect, thank you very much,
You're
appreciate you.
welcome. Have a good day.
You too. We're having so much. He was very, very nice, very helpful, again. Yes. And did you not use the metal detector for city council meetings?
Westminster does.
But the Wheat Ridge Police Department has a law enforcement explorer recruitment and open house on Thursday, February 28th at 5 to 7 in the Wheat Ridge Police Department training room at 7500 West 29th. So if you're an advocate of things like jury nullification, anti-tyrancy, the idea that good,
I just happen to be.
you might want to apply. And wait, did you see this? It says that you can be Oh, between the ages of 14 and a half and
Our program is a
20.
children's recruitment program, right?
It is a
Remember that-
children's
that,
recruitment.
Lennon, I think it was Lennon, someone correct me if I'm wrong, Lennon said that give me a child under the age of 11 and I will turn him into a good communist.
Okay, so here's a couple other interesting things, because this is pretty nondescript right here, guys, and we're missing some of these things.
But yeah.
It is
sort of
the
hidden over here.
public meeting notices. So what you do is you can actually come up here, and they have these bound books. And this is the public notice of the Wheat Ridge Sanitation
They're not
District.
gonna bind your hands, they're gonna bind your papers.
The second Tuesday of each month at 2 p.m., there's a meeting. And so that's all it is, just a notice, huh? There's more. There's the minutes, Parks and Rec Commission.
I'm gonna be the waste monster. Oh, did you guys hear that Westminster's gonna be getting body cams?
We did.
Yeah.
We're so excited.
Telling them about it on Monday.
That's so exciting. We're happy for that. So yeah, there's a housing authority, there's a planning commission, urban renewal meeting agenda. That's a whole list of stuff. We could probably spend a couple minutes on that and learn something new. Matter of fact, let's do that. Let's look at the Urban Renewal Authority meeting agenda. July 17th, 2018. Well, that's a modern meeting. Memorandums from July of 2018. Stack recommends, what? Longs Peak Metropolitan District, taxes, oh, there's all kinds of good stuff here. Yeah, we're not gonna go through all that today. What's interesting is that meeting is from July of 2018. And the new G line is testing, so this is a big deal, guys. Wheat Ridge is one of those areas that is left out of the metropolitan urban efforts for a while of gentrification, but that's going to be changing in the very near future with the G line testing.
You might have the wrong number.
So there's a whole bunch of new bus stops from Wheat Ridge all the way to Union Station. And those bus stops train stops will be opening up Old Town Arvada to the train line, as well as Pecos Junction, Clear Creek and Federal, 60th and Sheridan, Arvada Ridge, and Wheat Ridge Ward. So that's a whole new mass.
You know that they can't get their, do you know
Stoplights.
All those lines aren't working because the rails, the guards, don't work properly. Oh.
That's kind of where we're at.
Well, it's not obscene?
You ready? I thought that you were gone. Someone told me you weren't here anymore.
Really?
Really? How have you been?
That's because they don't
I
pay
heard you were a little under the
attention
weather, Mr.
to, they don't pay attention to me anymore. That's
Oh,
all.
those bastards. How are you?
Right here, good. Good to see you.
Have we decided if we're going to observe court today?
I don't need to observe court today.
Okay.
Is Randall still here? Yeah, I don't need to observe.
He's not here today. He's a substitute.
What do you have today? Yeah, we're gonna observe Judge Basso, guys.
We are? Okay. So, folks, we're getting ready to go into the courthouse, which means I have to shut my cameras off and pull out my medical marijuana license. We'll see you at the other end of court.
I'll tell you guys later why we're gonna be monitoring Judge Basso today.
Well, we know we can't unless we have prior 24-hour in advance permission, in most cases, run a camera in a courtroom. Unless it's federal court, right? All right, here we go, guys. Thank you very much. Don't forget to hit that like and share. Eric's going through the, here we are, buddy. Where are you? 303. We're at the Wheat Ridge. So we're gonna let them go through all that stuff, and then we're going in. So that's Eric going in. Mike's got his license on him, and then I'm gonna pull mine off my phone. Thank you guys so much. We'll talk to you in a little bit.
This morning. You what? Everybody that went to the federal courthouse, I ran into.
Oh, Joe?
Joe, yeah, thank you.
We are, by the way, for the record, we are at Reed Ridge, guys. We are at Reed Ridge at the